the WWE utilizing Daniel Bryan to potentially get Roman Reigns over is the smartest thing I think they can do in the short period of time they have and get him ready for Brock Lesnar. My name is Tubby, guys, and I want to talk about this because, after listening to the Stone Cold podcast and, him saying, was that a reaction to what happened at Royal Rumble? Was Vince finally having his hand or finger on the pulse of what the WWE wanted by giving Daniel Bryan the shot at facing Brock Lesnar at Mania? And Triple H said something that, caught my attention. He's like, whether it's making him think we're going a certain way or doing something. And I was very critical after the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. I didn't care that Roman won. Last year, Roman Reigns went out there, looked like a beast, eliminated 13 men. Now, he didn't win, but they utilized it well where, he went out there, he eliminated 13 men, but he didn't win, but it still set him up to look strong. Last year's Royal Rumble, this year's Royal Rumble, went out there and Roman just didn't look good. He basically played possum the whole Rumble, and then he threw over the two men that set themselves up against the ropes. Wasn't very cool with that. Now, Daniel Bryan was injured 9 months. Roman Reigns was injured about 4 to 6 or however long he was out. Had either one of those guys not gotten injured, we might have had a very different build heading into WrestleMania. Either way, Brock Lesnar now looks like a champ, and in the short time, if they are going to go with Roman Reigns, there is nothing better they can do than to throw the hottest guy in the company, Daniel Bryan, up against the guy they want to be, or, make us think they want to be, the hottest guy in the company, Roman Reigns. I said, going into Fastlane, who could they possibly put Roman Reigns up against to make him look somewhat viable against Brock Lesnar? Who could he possibly face to look like somebody that could go on to face Lesnar? And then they come up with a brilliant idea to have, Bryan and Seth Rollins face each other. They put on an excellent match. Earlier on in the night, Roman Reigns tried to overcome the Authority. He couldn't, with Joey Mercury, Kane, Big Show, and everything that happened, Noble. It worked so perfectly, in my opinion, because it sets up something I think that could happen and make an impact for Roman, where if they change things up, and let's just say, okay, maybe they think Roman, maybe he isn't ready, maybe whatnot. I still think it's not a matter of question of whether or not you're ready, because Triple H, like he said, nobody's ready to be that guy to carry a company. But what I still think is Roman Reigns has to overcome Seth Rollins first to eventually go on to be champion. I still think that's the way they can go. And after this has been built up, I think there's 2 ways they can go at Fastlane. Turn Roman Reigns heel. Have him beat Daniel Bryan. Have him beat him. That way, Roman is heel. He can go on to face Brock, and then the Monster Brock, if he's staying with WWE, have him beat him. Have Brock beat Roman, and then Roman on, the quest to WrestleMania 32 is on like a retribution course where he then goes and beats down all the guys that have wronged him. He finishes off Big Show. He finishes off Kane. He finishes off Noble and Mercury. He finishes off Seth Rollins. He does all that leading up until next year's WrestleMania, and then give him that shot. Plan 2, which I still think can happen, is to let Daniel Bryan go out there, win. Let Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar. If Brock Lesnar is leaving the WWE, have Bryan win. Have Roman and Seth face each other that night. After what they've been putting each other, Roman and Seth, I still think it would be awesome to let Roman win against Seth Rollins. And then in the main event, after Daniel Bryan wins, Seth comes out to cash in. Roman's music hits. Roman's music hits. We all think he's coming out to stop Seth Rollins. He spears Bryan. Seth pins him for the 1, 2, 3, and they stand tall over the most shocking moment in WrestleMania history. Roman Reigns, the guy nobody wanted, he's like, you didn't want me to be here. Well, you know what? I made the impact in the main event. If I didn't get the shot, I made the damn impact in the main event. Have it where, he comes out there, Daniel Bryan, B+ knees, Seth Rollins. You think it's over. Or, some way, shape, or form, something like that happens. And then Roman comes out. You think he's there to celebrate with Daniel, and then he turns heel on him, and boom, you got to heel Roman Reigns. Or you just turn him heel and have him beat Bryan at Fastlane. And then, let Bryan go on to have his match with Ziggler or something else. I think they've given me enough unpredictability at Fastlane that I don't know what's going to happen. And that's all I've asked from WWE. If you're going to give me Roman Reigns, that's fine. Just do it in a way that creates doubt or makes me want to tune in. And Fastlane now, I'm very interested because I think they can go a multitude of ways, and that's what WWE has been missing. And, you know, primarily, just like Triple H said, it's because everybody knows everything. It's the reality era. You know, we all know stuff sometimes more than they know themselves because of people speaking behind the scenes or whatnot. So I'm very interested to see where this goes. I think if they're going with Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar and they are not willing to change up their plans, if that's 100% where they're going to go, that's fine. Go that way and use Daniel Bryan along the way to put him over. Because if you had a 6-month build, if you had him at TLC Survivor Series, maybe Roman Reigns would have been in that spot instead of Dolph Ziggler. Maybe he was the guy that saved the company. Instead, Dolph just got put in that slot. I still would like to see a friendly match between, you know, Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler. I think that would be cool. But either way you look at it, guys, WWE, you've done something that I didn't think you could do. You're making me somewhat care about Roman, somewhat care about, you know, Daniel Bryan's their match because we don't know where it can go. And that's the greatest thing as a WWE fan, not knowing where something can go. And work me all you want, bro. Make me care about why this is happening or where it's going to go. They don't have to just give us Daniel Bryan on a silver platter at Mania to make us all happy. They just have to make Roman not look like a guy that we don't care about. That's all they have to do. So either one of those plans I laid out, I'd be fine with WWE. Let them happen. Let Roman go on to face Brock. Make him go heel, though. Give him all that heel push from Daniel Bryan getting taken away once again. So instead, Daniel goes out and steals the main event slot. That's what I think, guys.